So is this clear, guys, to everyone, that one network security group, NSG, can be applied at multiple subnets or multiple NIC? That is possible. But having for one NIC or one subnet, having two NSGs, it's not possible. Is it clear, or anyone still has any confusion? Anisha, is it clear to you?
Yes, yes.
Sohail, I want to ask, if you look at the very first subnet,
Hmm.
can first subnet and the first NIC have NSD1?
Yes, they can. But doesn't make
Okay,
any sense. But yes, they can. Because if your
okay,
subnet has NSG1, by default your machine is going through that subnet. By default your machine is a part of that NSG. But still, if you want to put it, you can do that. But doesn't make any sense. You will never see that. This is what you're asking, right? Wait, let me grab the pen. This is what you're asking.
yes, correct.
Technically possible, doesn't make sense at all. Why? Because this machine, all the machines which are there in this subnet, by default they are under this NSG. This is the reason we apply at subnet level. Let's say I have 100 machines and I want to apply those rules, whatever rules are there on that NSG for those 100 machines. So I don't want to go and apply individually. This is the reason I will apply it on my subnet and put all the machines in that subnet.
Okay, but it is still possible that the first NIC can be associated with NSG2.
That is definitely, you will see it many times. For example, yeah, that is definitely possible, and you will see that. Let's say we have an NSG3 also here. We have NSG3. So you will see this case many times where this machine is connected to NSG3, and then rest the subnet is connected to NSG1. Now, which one will take precedent? Which is the hierarchy as highest? Which rule will apply? We are going to see that. But is this concept clear? That how the NSG, what is the NSG? Where we apply that? What is the scope? Can we apply multiple NSGs to one subnet? Can we apply multiple NSGs to one NIC? Can one NSG be applied to multiple subnets? Are these questions clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So one NSG can be applied to multiple subnets or multiple NIC. That is possible. However, each subnet or each NIC can have only one NSG applied to it at the time. I hope this is clear. I mean, half of the questions on network security group, they're coming from here. You remember this paragraph and this diagram, and I take guarantee that your questions are clear on NSG, no matter you understand it or you don't understand it. But preferable is always to understand and learn and then remember. But I leave it up to you. My requirement or your interview's requirement is you should be able to speak about this. आपके पास अंडरस्टैंडिंग है नहीं है वो पता चल जाएगा बाद में. Okay? So each subnet, each NIC can have only one NSG. One NSG can be applied on multiple subnets or multiple NIC. Fine. NSG supports TCP, UDP, and ICMP protocols, and it works on layer 4 of OSI model. Now, what are these protocol? Why do we use it? You don't have to understand. You don't have to Google about it. You don't even have to question here. I'm not explaining it to you. This is purely networking. But you should understand and you should remember. Forget understand. You should remember this sentence. They may ask that which on which layer the NSG supports or which protocols NSG supports. So you should remember this, that NSG supports TCP, UDP, ICMP protocols, and it operates at level 4 of OSI model. Now, what is OSI model? You don't have to understand it. If someone wants to go ahead and check, go ahead and check once what is OSI model. There are 7 layers. वो सब क्या करते हैं? But just for your knowledge, from Azure perspective, the question might come that which are the protocols are supported on NSG. Your answer should be TCP, UDP, and ICMP. That's it. Got it, guys? We are not spending any time on this sentence apart from this. इसको आप as it is याद कर लो and that should be enough. Next one, with NSG, the connection are stateful or stateful. They are not stateless. Again, what are stateful, stateless? You don't have to worry. Though I have written it here, but you just should know if a question is being asked to you that are the connection with NSG stateful or stateless? You should know stateful. No one is going to ask you define stateful, stateless. कोई नहीं पूछ रहा है आपको. And if we keep on going into this integrities and granular way, we are never finishing our course. We will spend all the sessions on NSG. So these two sentences, you just remember them and leave it. Just remember them. You don't have to spend any time on this one. This is fine. We have explained it. This you will require. You will have to remember. You will need to understand this. Then only you will understand the concepts. Scenario based questions जब आएगा ना that my virtual machine A has NSG3. It is a part of subnet 1 and the subnet has NSG1. In my NSG3, I have a rule that internet is allowed. However, on NSG1, I have a rule that YouTube is not allowed. Will the user sitting on this machine be able to access internet or not? इस तरह से कोई question आएगा. I know now you will not understand that, and I wasn't even expecting you to do that. I was just giving you an example. So for you to understand that question and answer, you should have understanding of this. That at a time only one NSC is possible. Which one will override which one? That we are going to see. So you have to understand these things. But these two things, you just remember. That's it. Do not spend your time unless you want to. It's a different thing. Not part of our course as of now. Okay. Very important questions. आपको नहीं भी समझ में आ रहा है, still you have to remember it, but you should understand it very well. This is very important. Default rules. A must ask questions. The moment you go to NSG topic, they will ask how many default rules are there and what are those. So how many rules are there? Default rules का क्या मतलब है? The moment I create NSG, I will see these rules there. They are uh, already built in those NSGs. The moment I create NSG, I will see these rules. And these are the rules which is helping us to communicate with uh, within the virtual network, with each other, with another subnet within that virtual network. These are the rules which is helping us. How I will explain to you. But from interview point of view, the question will be how many default rules are there? You should be able to answer. The default rules on any NSG are 6. 3 inbound rules. Look at this: inbound security rules and 3 outbound security rules. They cannot be removed. A question might come, can you remove them? No, they cannot be removed. But what if I want to override them? They can be overridden. They can be overridden by higher priority rules. What does it mean? That you will have to create one more rule like this with a higher priority. Now we are going to talk about priority, but understand this answer first. डिफॉल्ट रूल्स कितने हैं? 6. 3 इनबाउंड, 3 आउटबाउंड. व्हाट आर दोस रूल्स? यहां पर लिखा हुआ है. अलाउ VNet inbound traffic, allow Azure load balancer, deny all inbound, allow VNet outbound, allow VNet inbound, internet inbound, and deny all outbound. I will explain it to you, don't worry. इसको हम अच्छे से explain करने वाले हैं. Okay, these are the 6 rules we have. These cannot be removed. There is no way I can delete this, but I can override them by creating another rule and giving the higher priority number. Now, what is the priority number? Network security group, a priority number must be between 100 to 4096. The smaller the number is, higher the priority is. Network security group, priority number, custom priority number I'll mention. Did you guys understand this sentence? Can anyone explain it to me? Or if not, I will explain it to you.
So the priority number should be between 100 to 4096.
Hmm.
So suppose this default rule which have priority 65,000. So if I want to override that this rule, then I'll be creating a rule with a priority number lesser than 65,000.
Perfect.
So it
Look
will
at
be
this.
overridden.
Look at this. Now this says outbound security rule. Outbound, what is outbound? Anything which is going out of my machine. So internet, it is an outbound traffic. I'm asking for google.com. I'm typing google.com. So it is going as a request out from my machine. Should it work? Yes, it will work. Why? Allow internet. Every internet I have allowed. I mean, by default, it is allowed. But now due to business requirement, I want to block this. So what does it say? Default rules cannot be deleted. I cannot delete this rule. What do I have to do? I will have to create a rule which says deny internet outbound, ठीक है, use the same parameter, instead of allow, say deny. But if I have allow and deny both, which one will work? That will be decided on the priority number. So I will have to make sure that I give a priority number to that, which is between 100 to 4096, however, which is smaller than this number. By default, it will be smaller because custom range is between 100 to 4096. When you start creating, you will get only this number. These are default rules, hence these rules have bigger number. Custom custom rule priority numbers are between 100 to 4096. So if you create a rule here with 4096, your internet will be blocked. Priority number will be 4096, or anything whichever is lesser than 65,500, lesser than that. And if you say that internet should be blocked, so it will be blocked. So you cannot delete this rule, but you can override it with a higher priority rule. And what is the higher priority rule? The smaller the number is, higher the priority is. So let's say I denied the internet for few days, and immediately after a few days, I think that no, yeah, I want to allow the internet. So there are two methods. One, I can delete this, the new rule which I've created, or I create one more rule similarly like this. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but just giving you an example. Exact a rule like this, but that time I will have a smaller number. Let's say deny rule had 4096. So I will have a priority number 4086, and my internet will be allowed again. Or I can simply go ahead and delete the rule which I have created, because custom rules can be created and can be deleted. The default one cannot be deleted. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Anyone who has a doubt? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe any doubt, please do ask. Very important topic. Mostly asked in interview, frequently asked questions. And इसके ऊपर बहुत सारी चीजें डिपेंड करती है. How do you control? This is a part of security, basically. Network security. It is a part of network security. So, and name itself says network security group. So any doubt in this one, guys? I'll take that as a no if no one is asking any question. Next one is 5 tuple hash. I'm not explaining it to you what is tuple hash, nothing. You can Google it if you want. No one is going to ask you to explain what is tuple hash. Maximum they can ask what are the 5 tuple hash. You just have to remember port, protocol, source, destination, and action. You will understand it by the time we start doing practical. You will get that. But even if you don't get that, it's okay. Just remember it. What are the 5 tuple hash? Port, protocol, source, destination, and action. That's all you have to remember. So I hope this part is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and do the practical. Before that, I will just explain it to you on this one again. Now let's say that on this NSG3, I have blocked internet access. Okay, internet blocked. But at the subnet level, on this subnet, I have allowed internet. Will my internet work on this machine or not? Just go by the diagram.
No, it will not work.
Yes, it will not work. Basic. Why? Because the moment I initiate a request, it will be blocked here itself. It is not even going till here. It's blocked at the first level. I'm saying you are in a flat. I have locked you from outside, and the main gate of the society is open. Can you go outside?
No.
Simple, no. You are blocked at this level only. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Now this machine, will this machine be able to access internet? Second machine and third machine? Go by the diagram. I do not, if there was any NIC,
Yes.
if there was any NSG on the NIC, I will draw that. So if there is no NIC on this, if there is no NSG on this NIC, then which NSG is being applied to this?
NSG1.
C1
Why?
on subnet level.
Yes, perfect. Because this machine is a part of the subnet and this subnet has NSG1. So if there is no NSG is being applied here directly, so this NSG is being applied and this NSG says internet is allowed. So directly it can go. These are, we are talking about outbound. Clear?
Yes.
Now, next thing, RDP. I have allowed RDP here on this NSG3. I have allowed RDP. And here I have blocked RDP. The question is, will I be able to take, if I'm trying to take RDP to these machines, for these two machines, will it work?
No.
Okay, now I'm trying to take RDP to this machine. Will it work?
No, it will not.
Why not?
It's blocked at the subnet level.
Yes, again, same society gate. I've closed the main door, the society gate. My flat door is open, that is a secondary thing. My main gate is closed for RDP. RDP cannot enter it here. इसको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि कोई RDP try कर भी रहा है. Why? Because it is blocked here itself. At this level, it has been blocked and sent back. You don't even come to know that there was some RDP request for your machine. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Let's say I have allowed RDP here. RDP is allowed here. And now it is blocked at this level. Now if I'm trying to take RDP, which machines will I be able to take RDP and on which machines I won't be able to? Let's say this is VM1, this is VM2, and this is VM3. I'm saying that my subnet level NSG is allowing RDP and this VM1 NSG is blocking RDP. And now I'm trying to take RDP. So which machines will I be able to take RDP and which machine will I not be able to take RDP?
Second and third.
VM2
For 2 and
take
3
RDP,
can
Hmm.
take
one is
RDP.
not.
Perfect, because yes, my RDP, its request is coming from somewhere, comes here, it says fine, allowed, go ahead. This machine, do you have any NSG? No, then RDP is fine. Same request coming, do you have any RDP? So do you have any NSG? No, no need to check anything, fine. But this machine, directly going before this machine, it will have to come to NSG, and this one says RDP is blocked, you cannot go ahead. Got it?
Yes.
Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
let's go ahead and do the practical. Let me quickly delete this. We'll create new machine and everything will create from scratch so you guys will be able to understand it. Yeah, one more thing I will explain it to you today. What I have been asking you to do, just check blindly when I have been asking you and you guys have been doing that. I told you I will explain it to you later. Today we are going to discuss that. So if I create a machine, VM001 we are talking about. I think I already have this name, so multiple zeros are fine. East US I'm okay with. Redundancy we are not discussing now. We do not want to mix topics. Okay. Do you remember I kept on asking you guys to check all these boxes? So when you check these
Yes.
boxes, this rule is being added to your network security group. The moment you check something here, what will happen? A rule will be created that HTTP traffic is allowed, HTTPS traffic is allowed, SSH traffic is allowed on that particular NIC, on that particular NSG which is being created now. एक NSG बनता है साथ में. Now I will show it to you. You can create it separately or the one which gets created with machine, that is also fine. And then RDP is allowed because you mentioned here this rule gets added to your NSG, and that is the reason you are able to take RDP of your machine. Now look at this. Virtual network, we have learned, not discussing anything. Subnet, we have learned, not discussing anything. Public IP, it's okay. Network security group. Now, because you have mentioned, if you select none, there will be no network security group. No security, nothing at all. It may work, it may not work. So it's never recommended you go with none. When you select basic, it will take the all default 3 rules and the rules which you selected at the time of creating machine. Which rules? These 4 rules. The one which you selected here, uh, RDP should be allowed, etc. Those one. Those will be added. If you want to set up it right here, right now, click on advanced. You can either create a new machine, a new security group from here, create a new security group and add rules, give a name, add rules, whatever you want to do it. Or you can use an existing NSG. If you have already one network security group, you can do that. And if you click on basic, this is again creating a new one, but this is creating with the default rules and rules which you have allowed. Which rules? These are the rules which you have allowed. If you remove something from here, it will be removed from NSG. And where is it being applied? This is being applied on your NIC level. Okay, this is being applied on your NIC level. Got it, guys? Is this clear that why are we clicking it? Where does it show exactly? If you click on here, it will appear on your NIC. It will appear on your network security group. This one, can you see these 6 rules? इसमें inbound में 2-4 rules और add हो जाएंगे. Now we will see. Once we create the machine, we will see that. Let's create it.
It means the NSG is creating on NIC, not on subnet level.
See, NSG is being created separately. It is being applied on NIC as of now. Same NSG you can pick and you can apply it at subnet level. It is not being created on NIC. It is being created separately. For example, now this virtual network, it is being created while creating the machine. Does it mean कि ये सिर्फ इस इकलौती virtual machine का ही virtual network है? Can you not use it later?
You can use it later. Yes.
Similarly, NIC is being applied and now, sorry, NSG is being applied and now being it's being created. NSG is being created and being applied on NIC level. But you can utilize that if you want to apply the same NIC on subnet level. उसी NIC को उठा के आप subnet level पे लगा लो, उसी NIC को उठा के आप दूसरी मशीन पे लगा लो, उसी NIC को उठा के आप कोई और subnet पे लगा लो, as far as they are in the same virtual network. Okay, so now this is being deployed. While it is being deployed, do you guys have any questions, any doubt, anything? Guys, please feel free to ask questions. If it is irrelevant, I'll tell you, don't worry. If it is irrelevant, I'll tell you that this is not relevant, don't spend time on it, or don't you know spend much energy on this. It is not being asked, this will not be asked. I will tell you clearly, but at least ask questions. Yes guys, yes, no, maybe. Is it clear to everyone?
हेलो
Yes.
सोहेल भाई मतलब ये एनएसजी जो रूल हम अप्लाई करेंगे सबनेट पे तो वी विल अप्लाई ओनली ऑन द सबनेट वेयर आर रिसोर्सेस आर देयर मतलब जैसे अभी एक मिनट में बैशन सबनेट भी होगा वर्चुअल गेटवे का सॉरी गेटवे सबनेट भी होगा सो अभी बैशन सबनेट में तो वी कैन नॉट ऐड एनी रिसोर्स सो दिस
हाँ,
विल
तो
अप्लाई
वहां पर नहीं।
ओनली ऑन
हाँ, आप उस पे अप्लाई ही क्यों करोगे देन? स्पेशल सबनेट्स पे आप इसको अप्लाई ही नहीं करोगे. You won't go for
ओके
special subnets. These are basic subnets we are talking about. Okay, so the machine is ready, guys. I'll create one more machine here in the same virtual network, but a different subnet. Yeah, let's say this is a client VM I'm creating. I'm happy with East US. I don't want any redundancy. Standard is fine. I'm taking Windows 2022. It's okay with me. Size is enough. I definitely want RDP here. As of now, I'm keeping this. I'll explain it to you. Okay, now look at this. Am I creating a new virtual network, or I'm using the same virtual network which was there for the first machine?
The same VNet.
Same subnet, but in this case I want to create a different subnet. In same virtual network I want to create one more subnet. Let's say I'm calling it as client subnet. Look at this, the range has been changed. The first range was 10.1.0 and here 10.1.1. And look at this, it allows me to assign a network an NSG here. While creating subnet itself, I can assign one network security group. And which network security group it is? ये कौन सा वाला दिख रहा है मुझको? The one which we created with my first machine. But as of now, I'm not applying anything. I'm just creating a subnet. Okay, my subnet is ready. Client subnet is ready. So here I can go ahead and select client subnet. Public IP, it's okay. Now look at this, advanced. And if I want to go ahead and assign an existing subnet, existing network security group, I can do that. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
So if I do this, same rules will be applied on both machines, which I do not want. As of now, I want to create a new one. So let me create a new one. Rest everything is fine. I'm creating the machine. While this is being created, let me take remote of the first machine. This is the first machine which I have created. Let's say I'm using this machine as a server and the another machine as a client. Once this is deployed, I will log into that machine. I don't think so we are able to finish this topic. We will be able to finish this topic today. We'll continue tomorrow also. But whatever we can cover till now, let's do that. Let's see if another machine is ready. It is about to be ready. Meanwhile, from this machine, okay, look at this machine, and I'll from this machine, will I be able to access internet? What do you think, guys? This is the first machine which I created, and will I be able to use internet or not? If I go here and type google.com, will it work or not?
Yes, it will work.
And why will it work?
Public IP.
No, it has nothing to do with public IP. Even if it is private IP, it will do the natting. Don't get
Because by
confused
default,
with that topic, with that concept here. Even if it didn't have a public IP, it will connect. It will do the natting. Yes.
default internet is allowed.
Yes, on NSG, because I applied one network security group, but I did not make any changes to the default rules. And by default, NSG allows the internet. Let me log into another machine also. I'll show all these steps on the next machine instead of showing on this one. But meanwhile, if you just want to check if Google is working or not, look at this. Google.com is working on this one. I mean, it is taking some time to download the page, but it is working. ये यहाँ पर आ गया है, it means it is working. So internet is working. Why is it working? Because while creating the machine, I selected NSG, and NSG's rule, by default, they have a rule which allows the internet. This is the client machine I have created. Let it appear, and then I'll start showing some details to you. Okay, so this is the client machine, guys. We have from this, will internet work from my client machine? Yes, guys. Will the internet work here, or it will not work from my client machine?
Yes, well, can you show the rules? I missed.
Default
I
rules I'm
think it
talking
will
about.
work.
Default,
We
yeah,
didn't
it
make
will
any
work.
changes. We didn't make any
Okay,
changes.
It
Yes,
then
will
it will
work.
work.
it will
It
work.
should work.
Fine. See, it is working. Let me close this. And if I access the other server, the one which I created first, if I access that server here from here, and I have a website on that server, will that work? I have a website on that server. And I'm using all private IPs. Okay, this is not the public IP I'm talking about. This is not something which you guys can also access. This is working. Why is it working? Yes, guys. Why is it working? Who can tell me?
On NIC,
HTTP and HTTP port is open.
Sorry, one at a time. Could not hear you.
Because HTTP and HTTP port is open.
Yes, because I allowed HTTP port, and whenever we are using browser, it uses HTTP. Now let's go ahead and check. This is the client machine I'm logged into, guys, where I can use Google and where I can use the other machine's website also. Now let's start fidgeting with rules. We have only 2 minutes left, so I'll quickly show you the internet rule. The rest everything we'll see later tomorrow. So this is the machine. Now I want to see on this machine which network security group is being applied. There are two methods. I go to network security settings. Here I'll come to know about the subnet, that which subnet it is a part of. It is a part of client subnet. So I'll go to client subnet. Okay, I am on subnet, client subnet. Do I have any NSG at the subnet level?
No.
No, which means that's the NSG is at NIC level. Let's go back then. Okay, I am again here on my NIC. Do I see any NSG is being applied on this NIC?
Yes.
And what is the name of the NSG?
UT-Kloud client VM-NSG.
Yes, here it is, guys. This is where you can check. And this is the NSG in which we have to make some changes, some settings, and block the internet. But we have 30 seconds left only. We are about to finish today's topic. So I'll stop the session and start it tomorrow. From tomorrow, we'll start looking at the ports and everything in these details, how to change them. Okay, guys. So see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And tomorrow we'll continue from here. Got it, guys?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yep.